Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I am, as you can see, I am doing a little project. Ariel's been over here, but we'll try to clean it up a little bit. Okay, everybody has those, well, most everybody that can afford them anyway, has one of those baby nests. I think that's what they're called. Well, I looked them up. Since most everybody has one, I'm like, well, they can't be that bad. Holy cow, guys. Those things are expensive. I couldn't believe it. And I'm like, well, I'm a crafty person. I'm going to do the same thing I did when I got into these dolls. It's like, let's see if I can make it. Let's see if anybody has a how-to video. And I actually found one lady. Actually, I found a couple. One is in a different language, and it's really good, and it's for the same thing. She just cuts it differently, and how she attaches it is differently. And I like it in that aspect because you have to put in a tie to tie the ends together, and she shows you how to do it with lace and the binding in one instead of sewing it on. The other lady sews it all on after she cuts it out and everything. Well, I like the second lady for that one, the one that doesn't speak English, and the first one I like her directions better on how to write it out. So I'm going to get both their links so you can go watch their videos because it's very explicit. I'm not going to go into measurement and stuff like that because I'm going to give credit to that lady that I watched. And let me see if I wrote her name down. And I usually do. And I didn't this time, but I got it saved on my watch later on my YouTube channel. So I'll write down, I'll put in the description. So I'll tell you what you need, but then you can go watch that for the measurements and everything, because I'm not going to give out measurements. But I will tell you what you need. And I'm trying to put it out here. Don't need these. Well, you do need. I have two different kinds of scissors. I guess I'll show you. That way it won't get confusing for everybody. Now, okay, let's start by, you gotta get your fabric. And she tells you how much, she tells you the measurements of the size, like 6-month size is 26 inches by 40 inches. And newborn size is 26 inches by 33 inches. But she shows you how to, you're only doing one cut, but she shows you how to adjust it. So when I did my measuring with mine, I didn't measure it right, which doesn't surprise me any. I'm not real good at measuring. So I thought I measured out the 26 by 40. And mine is actually in between both those things. Let me tell you what it is actually. And I'm going to measure it from the ends to the top. And it's supposed to be 40 inches. I guess they're measuring from the bed part, is what I'm thinking. Because mine isn't 40 inches. Mine is like 35, 36, about 36. The fabric up here is up to 36. So I did it 36 inches, so it's in between 6 months and newborn. And I would have done it at 6 months just because you know you might get a bigger newborn baby. Some of them are 22 inches long, some of them are shorter than that. Anyways, what you're going to need, and freezer paper or some kind of paper so you can draw it out, measure it out and everything. I use freezer paper, but you have to use 2 pieces. And freezer paper has a non-stick thing to it. So I went and got my masking tape and taped it together and stapled the top where it's where the pieces overlapped. I stapled it in 2 places and then taped it. But the tape does come off very easily. So if I had to do it again, I wouldn't use freezer paper. I would use a paper that you can put tape on. But it works, it's fine. You need a measuring tape, a ruler. This is an Omni Grid, and this is just a little one. This is a 2-inch one. She had the big 6-inch one, and I don't have one of those. If I do, I don't know where it is. It's not. I just moved all my sewing stuff, so I can't find anything. I haven't set this out yet, but I still have an Omni Grid. You don't have to. You can use a regular ruler. You don't have to have these. Pins, a cutter. You can either cut with a roller cutter or fabric scissors or whatever, but I don't use my fabric scissors on paper. So when I cut this out originally, before I put it on the material, I use my paper scissors. So if you have both, use both. If you don't, you know, it don't matter. Let me see. I have, let me put my stuff away. There's scissors all over the place. They're not supposed to be. She used a compass to round the corner, so you'll need, I just got this for $1 at Dollar Tree. I had one forever and I don't use it that often, but it came in handy for this. So you do have that. And your pins, you need material for whatever size you're going to make. I just got 2. One side I've got, depending on what you're going to make, how you're going to design it or whatever, I just got 2 yards for the front and the back. So if you're using 2 different ones, I just got 2 yards. And then if you're doing one color all the way, then I would get 4 yards, because you're going to need extra to make the little, this lady and the other one, I believe, makes a insert, little padded insert. So with your leftover, like I made sure I just got 2 yards. So with my leftover pieces, I'm going to make the inside bed. You don't have to. You can just put a piece of foam in here and call it good. But I want to make an insert for it. So if I want it on, I'll show you what material I picked. Because I want to do gender neutral because I have boys and girls. So I did a gray polka dot and a green. It's like a green, gray, white, and gray ABCs, and they go together. So if I want, because I guess with the round part right here, the round part that comes up round, you can flip it either side if you're doing a double-sided thing. So if I have it up on the ABC thing and I want the bed mat inside, then the bed part that I'm going to do is going to be double-sided too. So whatever side, I can do the opposite. So if it's this on the outside, I can put the polka dot on the bed part, the extra piece you put in there. So that is the first part of this, and I wanted to do a beginning video for you. Excuse me. And what you're going to kind of need. And let me show you. Let me move my book. I went through the video and stopped it and started it. I don't know how many times to write out the directions for it. And let me just move everything off of here. And I will show you up close what it looks like. Let me take you off of here. Okay. Let me see if I can turn it around. I don't think it's going to while I'm recording. Anyway, here you go. Here's what I did. You see the tape. And I'm in the way. There. So that's what it looks like right now. And sorry to make anybody sick. So that's what it looks like right now. I'm at the point where I'm at a standstill because I was trying to figure out, I didn't buy, when I went to Walmart to get the material, I thought I had gray ribbon. What is that called? Oh, I'll show you what it looks like. I had gray, I don't know what I did with it, but I got this ugly green and it doesn't go with it. So it's called grain ribbon. It looks like this. See if you can see it. Yeah, like that. And I thought I had gray, and I think this is the size you need, 1.5 inch, because you got to go up one side and down the other side, so it makes a little pocket so you can, how you're going to tie it, you can thread it through the top here. So, and I'm like, oh, I don't have any of that. So that's when I found the other lady, how she put lace on and binding. I can use white, and I think I have a small, because it's for boy or girl, and if you put too much lace on it, it's more girly than it is boy. So I'm going to go through all my lace stuff, and I think I have white binding. Yeah, you're going to need some binding or lace or whatever, but you're definitely going to need the binding no matter what you do, because you need to be able to put it on here to thread your ribbon or whatever, how you're going to tie it off. So that's where I'm at. I have to go through my ribbon and figure out what I'm going to do. So as we get sewing it together, I'll be back and add it to this video. So it may be a few days, but I'm not going to post this video until I get it all done. So, but you can see the starting of it. I wanted to make sure I recorded it for people. I don't have any sewing skills, basically, at all. I can follow a pattern pretty much, but I've got people I can talk to that can help me if I get stuck. Excuse me. So I'm taking my time with it because I don't want to mess it up. And I only want to make one. I don't know, I might make another one for a giveaway. Who knows? We'll see how this comes out. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will be back. I'll be adding to this video as we go. And I'll see you when I get to the next step. Hey everybody, I am back to finish up this baby nest or baby cuddles or whatever you want to call it. I did sew it together. I had a little bit of a problem, but that's okay. I think I fixed it. I've never seen one of these in person. I think it came out pretty good, as you can see right here. It's pretty good size. It'll fit definitely 6-month size baby. And you don't want to leave the baby alone in this because my round things aren't tall. They're not tall. Because it says to make it 6 inches. And I think if you want it bigger than that, you'd probably want to go 8 to 10 inches so it's taller, bigger, but you're going to use a lot more stuffing for inside here. But I left off where it was cut. Let me undo this. I have not completely finished it yet. I still have to sew up the ends here. I got to do something down here. I don't know if I will or not. I did hem it. I don't know if I want to put snaps or whatever. But on both sides of these. And you don't want to put the string in. You want to put the string in before you start stuffing it. I'm just telling you that right now. And I don't think in the other video I told you about the mat. You measure a mat to go inside here. You don't have to, because you can stuff this or quilt it or whatever you want to do. I actually have an extra foam thingy that I'm using. But I made this, and I'm not sure if I showed you in the stuff that you need. You need to get some batting, like that flat batting for the pad, if you make a pad, additional pad. And it says in the instructions, I'm going to give you the the video. to go watch. But I just copied the inside section and traced it on the paper and made it that way. And your leftover material that you have. Like I bought 2 yards of each color. So that was plenty to make this pad with the leftover stuff. So you can put that in here. It's just to keep this from getting yucky. You can throw this in the wash, you know. And I tried to quilt it. I could probably go back in and do a little more, but I just did around the edges. It doesn't have to be fancy. But I did mine like this top one, and the other side is this. So if you want, you can put the pad on here like this, so it's decorative. And then what you do is you pull these together. Let me get over here. Pull these together. If I can tie it right. So it looks like that. And you put a bow in there. And if you do make this for a little one, you want to make sure these strings are out of the way, you know, that they can't get that. So that's what it looks like that way. But you can also take this out, and if I wanted it to match, I could turn it around. Or you can do this. You can make it so it turns around. Then I've got the pad for this side. Then I can turn it this side. And it shows that, like that. So now you have it on the gray side. So it's pretty neat. It took me a while. Having to stop and go, it took me like 3 or 4 days to do. But you could probably sit here in a weekend and do it, definitely. If you have time, if you don't get interrupted and you have time to do it. But I made a couple little boo-boos, which is, you know, that's all right. I'm not selling this. I'm keeping it for myself. When you sew the inner section, for some reason that didn't come out right. I don't know. And the stuffing I had is like a batting. It's not like stuffing. So I used the batting. I had old pillows I took apart to stuff this with, to repurpose. So, like I said, I'm not selling it to anybody or anything. I still have to sew the sides up and go around here with a pretty, like you could use lace or just some white or gray. If I have extra fabric of this, I'll probably put on here and go around it so it hides the stitching. But you don't have to. But it's really cute. It was a lot of fun to do. But I'll link both those websites. Like I said, one lady does not speak English and you can't translate. So you can kind of get the gist of what she's doing in the video. And she's the one I watched that added the lace to it. She's the one I watched how to put it together. And the other one was the instructions on how to draw it out. Excuse me. So I used both videos, and it worked good for me. So anyway, that's my the finished measurement. Let me get that for you. Get in here and get my tape measure. And let me tell you the finished one with it tied up, just from it being tied up to the out is like 34 inches. So, and the newborn one was 33 inches. So, that's pretty good size for newborn. It's going to swim in that. But this is more or less for, like, putting it on a bed. You know, it's for a baby that doesn't roll or move. Or putting it in a playpen or my changing table. I'll put it on the changing table. Here, I'll go put it on there. And you guys can see what it looks like. So you'll come along with me. Let me put you here. Ariel's been down here again. And let me take this. Isn't she cute? It is Bella. Isn't she cute? Ariel changed her and put her in this. This is a giraffe outfit that we just got, and a little giraffe. Isn't that cute? She did a little photo shoot. So let me move the giraffe and this Bella, and I'll show you what it looks like. Because she's newborn size. So let me put this up here so I can show you what it's going to look like. And I got the end sticking over. You can see I got it sticking over. And this part, you can get it to stick up like that, so it fits good. But this is what it's intended to do, is just to keep the baby from rolling over. See, and she's not going to roll anywhere. And she's cute. So there you go. There's my little nest. That's so cute. They are adorable. And, I mean, if I had the money, I would have bought a real one. But they're so expensive. I just figured it's cheaper to buy a couple yards of fabric, maybe $2 or $3, if that, on sale or whatever. And I used, like, receiving blanket material for mine. And I kind of kept it general neutral. I mean, the lace is on here, but the boys can be in here too. They'll be cute. Let me show you what it looks like with Tegan, because she's a preemie. So let me go put Bella in her bouncer. She can sit and play for a few minutes. And let me get Miss Tegan here, because she's teeny. So let's get her. And she's wrapped up. Let me unwrap her. Look at it. She's so cute. There's Miss Tegan. So let me put her in here. And she's a preemie. And it fits her really good. So let me bring you in so you can see. See, she fits really good for this size. So, yeah. So way cute. So there you go, guys. Maybe I'll do another one. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make another one and do a surprise giveaway or something. Because you can fold this up. This will be easy to fold up and put in a box. Way cute. Fun, fun. And there's another lady that makes these that she's just learned to, and she sells them. I'm not going to sell them. But I may make another one just to give away. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I hope you liked it. It was way fun. Little frustrating at times, but because I couldn't just sit and do it. But now I've got a pattern and did all of that and everything. So it took me about a week probably to do everything. Now that I have the pattern, it won't take that long. So here we go. I will see you all in the next video. Like the video and share it if you wouldn't mind. That would be awesome. And we'll see you in the next one.